Thank you, Samantha, for joining us today. To begin, many people are interested in understanding how recent government decisions reflect the country's commitments under international conventions and treaties. Could you explain how the recent decision allowing a foreign husband married to a citizen woman to remain with his family aligns with these obligations?
Certainly. The government issued a decision allowing a foreign man married to a citizen woman to remain with his family until the children reach adulthood. This measure reflects the state's commitments under international conventions and treaties related to family unity and child protection. It is in line with obligations stipulated in these frameworks, particularly those that prioritize the best interests of the child and family stability.
That is very important. And in that same sequence of reforms, the state has also granted educational and health facilities to the children of citizen women married to non-nationals. From a human rights perspective, how significant is this step?
It is a significant step because it ensures that these children can access essential services such as education and healthcare on equal footing with others. While nationality laws remain subject to national legislation, these facilitations demonstrate a commitment to protecting children's rights without discrimination.
The Human Rights Commission has recommended further study on the situation of children born to citizen women married to foreigners, especially after official marriage authorization. Why is such a study necessary?
The recommendation aims to examine the broader legal and social implications of these marriages and the status of the children. A detailed study would help assess the long-term effects and ensure that any measures taken are in line with both national legislation and international obligations. It also helps ensure that solutions are sustainable and legally sound.
The Commission also recommends granting permanent residency to these children without violating national laws. How does this recommendation balance national sovereignty with international commitments?
The recommendation is carefully framed so that permanent residency is provided without infringing upon national laws and regulations. It reflects a balanced approach, respecting sovereignty while honoring commitments under relevant conventions and treaties that emphasize child protection and non-discrimination.
Let us now turn to child protection from harmful practices. The Ministry of Health has prohibited harmful practices against children and has implemented training programs for health educators and community support groups. How does this contribute to fulfilling the state's obligations?
This contributes directly to fulfilling obligations stipulated in child protection treaties. Training health educators and support groups creates a bridge between institutions and the largest segment of society, ensuring that awareness reaches families at the community level. It strengthens prevention and early intervention.
The Commission also recommends intensifying awareness campaigns, especially in cooperation with civil society organizations. But I don't understand. Why is this emphasis on legal awareness so critical?
Legal awareness is essential because many harmful practices continue due to lack of understanding of their legal and health consequences. By increasing awareness campaigns, especially regarding practices such as female genital mutilation, society becomes more informed about the legal implications and the health risks. Cooperation with civil society expands outreach through various forums and community platforms.
Let us move to children with disabilities. The recommendations highlight expanding inclusion programs in schools. Why is this expansion necessary?
The number of students with disabilities enrolled in inclusion programs increases each year. Therefore, expanding the program to more than one school per governorate based on geographic distribution ensures accessibility and fairness. It supports the principle of inclusion and enables children with disabilities to participate in education on equal footing with their peers.
There is also emphasis on strengthening diagnostic services and early intervention. How does this improve outcomes?
Enhancing the presence of specialists in major health centers ensures accurate diagnosis. Early detection leads to timely therapeutic and rehabilitation services, which reduces long-term complications and eases pressure on hospitals. Early intervention is key to maximizing children's potential.
Capacity building is another recommendation, particularly for professionals working in diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation. Why is professional training so central?
Because rights and practice depend on qualified professionals. Strengthening training programs builds capacity and ensures that services provided are consistent with standards set by international conventions. This ensures quality care and effective rehabilitation.
Finally, awareness campaigns for persons with disabilities and their families are emphasized. What is the impact of such campaigns?
These campaigns ensure that persons with disabilities and their families understand their entitlements and the services available to them. When people are aware of their rights, they are empowered to claim them. This is part of strengthening legal awareness and promoting dignity and inclusion.
Before we conclude, could you briefly explain how these recommendations were presented, perhaps in the first parallel report, and how they were structured?
Yes, these issues were presented in the first parallel report submitted by the Commission. The report included an executive summary outlining key findings and recommendations, followed by detailed sections arranged in a logical sequence addressing family rights, child protection, disability rights, and awareness initiatives. The structure ensures clarity and coherence while reflecting the state's commitments and the Commission's independent assessment.
Thank you for this comprehensive overview. It is clear that these measures and recommendations reflect ongoing commitments and obligations under international conventions and treaties, while remaining grounded in national legislation and practical implementation.